Hey guys, Funkymusic here, and today going to talk a little bit about World of Logs. I had this video ready to go actually about 2 weeks ago, but A, forgot to upload it, B, didn't like the way it turned out, so here we are again. Anyways, so for those of you unfamiliar with World of Logs, A, what is World of Logs? World of Logs is a place where you can upload everything that happens during a raid encounter, and you can analyze anything that happens in there. And it's really great for breaking things down if you really want to break everything down and see what happened. So that's what World of Logs is. It's something that I've been using since retail. When I first came here in 2011, like everyone looked at me like I was stupid when I started uploading logs and was telling them about logs. Like it seemed like nobody knew what they were, and then over the next couple of years, it really seemed to catch on. And now a lot of people use it, which is great. So that's what World of Logs is. B, why are you making a video on World of Logs? So World of Logs is actually shutting down May 17th. This is probably due to the fact that everyone's only uploading Ice Crown logs, as you can see over here on the right-hand side. The last uploaded reports are mostly Ice Crown, mostly everything from Wrath of the Lich King. Now, why is that? And why is that important? Blah 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 blah. Now, it's important, but it's not important. Let's put it this way. So there's some misinformation floating around there that let's put a few things to rest. First of all, this is not Warmane's main source for getting information, for checking bugs and etc. etc. I personally and others have submitted many bug reports that are clear as day, showing the exact problems and what's going on in the game and certain bug reports, and they've been completely ignored. And these are people who are way better at doing dev work than even Warmane's devs are. So yeah, I tend to trust them over even what I can recall, how things should work in retail. Plus, you can go look at the retail logs and obviously clearly see what the hell's going on. You guys have seen me use World of Logs in a more recent video where I compare the damage from Lich King from Ice Crown to Lordaeron, and show that the damage is the same and more consistent. There's this huge rumor for whatever reason going on Lordaeron, that Lich damage is somehow different on Lordaeron versus Ice Crown, when if you can compare the World of Logs, you've heard me say this 1,000 times, go and compare World of Logs. If you compare them, this is the site where you can compare them, you'll see the damage is the exact same. So yeah, anyways, that's just an example of where I've used that here and there. You can download these logs. That's the other thing, okay? And you can have these logs. So if you go to method, prior to patch 3.3.5, and you want to download, look at their stuff before then, after then, etc., blah blah blah, because they still have the logs this is from July 2010. So the logs are still out there. You can download these logs. You can still have them for forever. So at least you have some reference there to base things off of. There's people up in arms throwing what there's a couple. Probably a couple idiots. One I know for sure saying that this is how Warmane uses its logs to compare for bugs and etc. Again, that's an absolute lie. If that was true, then they'd fix a lot more than what they have throughout the years. There's bugs that have been submitted that are 100% accurate from 4 or 5 years ago that use World of Logs, and they haven't fixed anything to do with them. So I don't want to hear about Warmane using this to fix their bugs, because that's absolute 1,000% bullshit. If they knew how to use World of Logs, and if they were to look at it and download the log and break everything down, things would have been fixed years ago. But they clearly don't, and anyone who says otherwise is full of shit. Because I know 2 devs who also do this stuff in real life and know all this stuff, and one guy who runs his own private server and has all this stuff fixed on his private server, and hopefully he does release it one day. Anyways, they all confirm that that's absolute bullshit, and that they have submitted bugs themselves to Warmane, and can confirm that the stuff that's been submitted is correct, and why they can't fix it, or why when they fix one, a PvP glyph, it breaks a boss, they say is impossible for them to do that. So because that's beyond my understanding, but they've shown me video, they've shown me how it works, etc., etc. From the Trinity Core stock, and what they've added onto it, and since Warmane's using the exact same thing, it's pretty much impossible from what I've seen as well. But moving on, so the whole thing of, oh my god, that's how we submit bugs to Warmane. They don't even look at them anyway, so what's the fucking point? They look at people who put, well, according to the blue post or according to the tooltip, they go and fix those bugs, people who submit those bugs. And that's a whole other video I could do why that's not always 100% accurate. But if you're any kind of person who makes a log and submits it, or makes a bug report and fixes it, excuse me, an accurate one, that using World of Logs is way more accurate than a tooltip or a blue post in order to, convey what you're trying to say as, hey, this is how it really should work. But so what's going to happen with World of Logs? As far as uploading new logs, looks like that's pretty much rip. I'm not sure how that's going to exactly work. I guess you'd still be able to log the data. However, when you upload it to World of Logs, it breaks it down pretty easy and allows you to search through the analyzer and compare a lot easier. So you'll still be able to do that. I'm not sure if somebody has a program out there or if there's a way you're going to be able to do that fast and efficiently compared, as you can on World Logs. But sure, if you can download the old logs, you would still have a way to compare them. So everyone freaking out about that, don't shit yourself. Just calm down, okay? You'll still be able to do that, only it's just going to be probably a little bit harder to do. The second thing, World of Logs shutting down. I know somebody, a lot of people know her as well. And she has been looking into possibly buying or getting a hold of World of Logs and seeing if she can run the site and keep it up and going, which would be nice. So there's the other option for that, because I think it's still important to see what changes have been made in the game, obviously, and upload them. Have an easy way to view it and upload it, and have a comparison. So maybe that pans out. Maybe, I don't know. We've only got about today's the 12th, so 5 more days to find out about that. So anyways, that's what's going on with World of Logs. If you are unfamiliar with World of Logs, and hopefully I've explained in a little bit here what World of Logs is. If you guys have never been here, I'll leave a link to Methods Logs if you guys want to link to Methods Logs. This is the one I always use, but it'll break everything down in here. So if you're unfamiliar with it, never heard about it, go check it out before it's gone here in the next couple days, and see what you can kind of just tear apart and go through and see what you can go through every little tiny detail in the game, and it's really nice to have all that at your fingertips, just to be able to look at it and say, well, wow, maybe I'm doing this wrong, maybe I'm doing that wrong, or so and so died here, so that wasn't what killed me, this is what actually killed me, etc., etc. So it's really good for that stuff. And compare your how well you're doing, let's say like your guild's doing from a month ago to now, and etc., etc. So anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and we will see you later.